Thank you, Council President. Number one, I want to thank you personally for facilitating the meeting tonight. All last night, I was hacking a very bad cough all day today, and I got a lot better all of a sudden right before the meeting, but I still did not want to contaminate any of you guys. So thank you so much for leading as you did tonight. I also wanted to thank you quickly for your opening comments about the sign that's hanging behind you all. That was something I think we were all very passionate about, and again, not beating it to death, but I thought it would be just a powerful reminder to all of us. Our employees, they know they serve you, they show it every day. I think the council and me as mayor, we must serve the residents of this borough, and the more we do it and the more we show it, maybe the less need for signs like that. But I just want to make sure that we are reinforcing that message daily to our residents. I don't know if anyone's realized it, but this council kind of hit the ground running. I could not be prouder of this group, especially our two new members, as well as John and Jane. We've had 3 council meetings in 3 weeks. If you think about it, I actually, that was lost on me, but January 1st, January 7th, and January 21st, that's a pretty hectic schedule as you prepare for these. And I really have to tip my hat also to our clerk, who I think has been driven a little crazy by all the activity, but we really have hit the ground running. We've also had effectively 3 meetings with our local 152. Well, we've had 1 meeting already last Friday. We've had 1 meeting between our attorneys, and the 3rd meeting will be this Friday in a couple of days. So we're making progress. I think it was stated earlier, Mr. Doherty said he hopes to get something done by next month. I'm optimistic that will happen. We've had very good discussion, very good dialogue, very positive. So everyone looking to reach a fair and equitable conclusion to that. One of the things I want to share with the public is that just as the new mayor, I'm doing everything in my power to pursue what I would call low-hanging fruit. There are opportunities to generate revenue. There's some shared service opportunities that I've had discussions with other municipalities that might want to give us revenue for us to take on some additional court services or some other areas where the borough could generate more revenue. Mr. Weber, you mentioned the dog licensing fees that hadn't been updated since 1987 or so. We haven't seen this yet. It should be at our next meeting. But I went through with the judge for our municipal court. I went through a list of close to 200 fines for smoking on the beach, fines for parking, in the wrong spot. Half of which had not been updated since 1980. So I beat your dog license by 7 years, I think. Anyway, we estimate we raised the fines on close to 200 different penalties, and we estimate that might be worth $50,000 to $70,000 of new revenue in 2025. Well, we may not get it enacted until mid-25. There's a process, and courts have to approve it. But once we get it all approved, it should increase our revenue $50,000 to $70,000 per year in the years ahead. I am, I guess, the new face of the mayor's wellness campaign, and that means I've got to get into action, get into better shape myself. But I'm very excited about the team that I've inherited from Mayor Fox. A lot of really passionate people who know an awful lot, a lot more than I do, not only about wellness, but about things that we can bring to the community. So I'm very anxious to get more involved there and do what I can to just better engage our community in wellness-related activities. I'm also a member of the library board, and I arrived late for my first meeting, but the board could not have been more gracious and more accepting of me. And I'm really looking forward to having an opportunity to work with them as we go forward. And I want to echo what Matt Doherty, our business administrator, said about our DPW. the last few days have been crazy cold with ice, with snow, plowing around some parked cars because we only had about an inch of accumulation. And I know there was some buzz on social media about alternate sides of the street. It wasn't deemed to be a plowing event. That said, our DPW was out salting the streets, plowing the inch or so of snow that did fall, and just continue to tip my hat to that group, especially because they are operating understaffed. More to come on that in future meetings. And then finally, I just want to mention in the I almost said mayor's newsletter, in the Bradley Beach newsletter, we identified 8 strategic task forces that we want to engage residents in, and we are openly requesting volunteers, resident volunteers, to staff these 8 task forces. So if you haven't seen it yet, please look for it. Please sign up. And if you can't find it, please just contact me or anyone on the council or Amy Hall, who's helping us coordinate. We would love to get that launched by the end of this month as well. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, next, we'd like to open up